Hey, what's going on guys? So in the past you've seen me take a look at a couple of different products from Gravastar. I did a review and repaint of their Mars Pro Bluetooth speaker and also a review and repaint of their Sirius Pro Bluetooth headphones, so take a look at those videos. If you've missed them in the past, I'll have the links to both down in the video description below. But they sent a message to me asking if I wanted to take a look at their latest product, the Mozart BlueTooth speaker, and I looked at it and I thought, could be an interesting challenge. And why do I say it could be a challenge? Because this thing's weird looking. It's very strange. It's like a cyborg panda head shaped Bluetooth speaker, and as far as what I want to do with it, like I've done with the past products, take a look at the product itself and then spend most of the time just repainting it and kind of making it my own. I was thinking, how am I gonna repaint this in a way? I don't know. I'm not exactly too sure, and I'm still not sure. So that's gonna be the challenge for me. But for now, let's take a look at the speaker itself. I've been very happy with the products in the past, so I'm sure that the quality of this one also gonna be nice. But the design is very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look. So right there on the front of the box, there you have your image with a nice glossy finish, nice matte finish for the background there. Very cool. Just taking a look around the outside of the box here, you got the Mozart logo around here on the outside, some line art there. Crazy cool speaker with ultimate sound, Bluetooth 5.0, powerful sound, 10 hours battery time, true wireless stereo. Yeah, some more information here on the back, and then it's real simple. Just it's got a magnet flap there, which is a nice box. So open it up, and there it is. That's about it. So you got your main speaker here. You got that little part that fits on the top. This little thing, which is kind of like music note shaped. I'm guessing that's what that's supposed to be. This thing here on the top, that just fits on there by magnet. I'm not exactly sure what that's for yet. Let's go ahead and get to the last bit here that's in the box. Inside this little box here is going to be our instructions, which should tell us what everything is. The only other thing in here is just the charge cable. That's all. So you will obviously need a plug, or you can plug this into your computer, or just if you want to plug it into a wall, you'll need an adapter for that, of course. Let's see, product description, information here. Go ahead and peel off the film there, and then you have a nice rubber ring here at the bottom to prevent it from sliding around. That's good. And some buttons here on the back. It looks like you can use this with your Mars Pro speaker, so I can kind of connect them together. That's pretty cool. So you got an on button, power button, Bluetooth connection button, and volume up and down buttons here. Okay, so after checking the instructions, basically all this is here is just that there's a light on the top. So when that's like for your Bluetooth connection. So I have it plugged in. I'm here at the moment just getting some juice in there, and you can see when it's plugged in, this light right here on the head will fade in and out in its brightness, but I'm just going to go ahead and unplug that here for a second because it's kind of got me tethered there. So aside from that light there, we also have a light in the eye, and then the light at the top, and the speaker right here, obviously here on the side, buttons on the back, just nothing on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on.
Ready to pair.
Turn a couple of the big lights off here just so you can see that, as creepy as it is, and this light on the top here lighting up this part, which I feel like if you're in a dark room, it'll be pretty easy to see, but it's not like that bright here on the top of the head. Once Bluetooth is connected, then this light on the top should just be solid on rather than flashing, so that's just gonna stay lit up there, as you can see. And I don't think that the color changes on that. You can turn off the lights by holding the plus and minus volume button. If you hold them at the same time, there it turns off the ambient light here on the eye. So I guess if that's not creeping you out, you can turn that off. But we're just gonna go ahead and leave that on. I don't believe it has any other different colors. It's just like this orangish color here for that. Again, me just showing you the speaker on video is not really gonna be the best way to demonstrate the sound, but just, you know, for a demonstration here. Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. So for now, like I said, my challenge is going to be what I want to do with this, how I want to repaint it, and I'm going to turn to my old friend, the Combat Scheme card file, MaK-inga files here, which I have a lot. So I'm going to look through these and see if I get any ideas on how I might want to repaint this. I'm going to look through this and try something new, try something different. But what I'm thinking to do, I was thinking if maybe like I could modify this in some way, but I'm not exactly sure how I might go about doing that without having to do some like major work on it. So I think just a repaint will be fine for our purposes. So what I'm thinking to do with the solid side here, the covering side, we'll go ahead and give this like a Machine Krieger style painting. Since that's what I've done with the previous two products, I figure that makes sense to do with this one as well. For the like cyborg side, I want to make this look not so like bright and shiny new like metals here, but make it look a bit more worn, I think. So giving it more like a matte finish, not this like shiny gunmetal style coloring here. And then obviously one thing we can do in just like some of these detail areas, paint in some of these details, add some more markings, some just little waterside decals, stuff like that around here and there. And then obviously repainting this means we're going to be painting over this eye, and we'll have to repaint a new eye or something on it. So think about that, but let me go ahead and just go ahead and get to work on this. Coming back a few minutes later, there's a couple of things that I think I want to do right away. Number one is need to go and do some sanding. So we're going to sand off some of this stuff. And the other thing is, as you can maybe see here, I'm already starting to file down this part. So this is where like the Gravastar logo was. Sorry, Gravastar. But I want to just make this part just flat instead of having like the logo on there. So I'm just in the middle of filing this flat here. You see, that'll make a very nice spot for just placing a cool little decal right on there. Speaking of decals, for repainting the eye later, I'm wondering if I might want to repaint the eye as like the Machine Krieger kind of style eye. You guys know what I'm talking about. On there, possibly. I think that could be kind of cool, but at the same time it really doesn't fit like I think like the shape of the design of this very much at all. In all honesty, there's not really too much point to sanding off these parts right now at the moment, just because I mean, everything's going to just be repainted over anyway. But just to make sure that there's no like visible outline of that underneath here. While I'm sanding, the other thing that I do also want to do while I've got my file out here is maybe just like use my file to just kind of rough up some of the edges a little bit, just to add some kind of actual like physical scratches to this. And later when I'm going in and doing the painting, I can kind of emphasize them a bit more, yeah. And after taking some time to think about it, there's a lot of options obviously, and one thing that I think wouldn't work would be like too tight of a camo pattern, because I'm trying to think about this like in scale. Not exactly sure what that scale might be, but say for example if this was, you know, something much larger than 1/20 scale, I mean we can't do like a really fine camo pattern on this. I think then that would make this seem like it's gigantic, and I don't want it to seem that gigantic kind of like in universe, if that makes sense. Anyway, so doing something I think kind of like this could be kind of cool, where we have the transition just between like two colors and you have like this like spotty pattern there, but on like a larger scale than this, so with some pretty big spots. And also I think that this face here on the side of the throat would be kind of cool to emulate here for our panda face, turning it into like the shark type face with like the half shark mouth there, and the eye I think actually might work on here. So let's go ahead and try that.
3 days later.
Okay, after a couple days painting and a little bit of weathering on there, here is the final result, and I'll give you guys a good look around this here in a minute. But first we need to make sure that it's still working, because alright, there you go. I just don't really know how this stuff is going to react when I'm putting a bunch of lacquer paint and spray all over it. So the only thing I sprayed was the top coat, but I just, you know, you never know how that might affect anything. I try to be careful with it, but let's just make sure that I mean it's still working. And the Bluetooth, it says connected. Let's go ahead and give it a try here. Alright guys, there we have it. That's gonna be a wrap for another Gravastar music device repaint project here. This was another fun one and a challenging one. Like I said earlier, it's a very weird design, and so I took it as a fun challenge to try to make it look something that's a little bit more appealing to me, to be honest. And I'm definitely pretty happy with how this came out. I think the painting on it was a fun just painting project on this. Painting on something this scale was something really different from like anything Machine Krieger, like painting Machine Krieger painting style on an actual machining Krieger kit, you know, it's totally different. Trying my best to adapt that style that I'm still very amateur at onto something this scale was just kind of a fun challenge. I think it came out pretty interesting, but let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about this? I mean, just as far as what I did, and all it was just hand painted. The new eye was hand painted. Obviously there's just a few decals on there here and there. It's the only thing that's not hand painted on there. And then for the weathering, just did some actual like physical scratching on there, and then just some wash over the top of that just to kind of dirty it up a little bit, give it some nice filtering over there to kind of tie the colors together a little bit and everything. So pretty simple and straightforward really, but yeah, I think it came out looking pretty cool. A little jack-o'-lantern decal I thought would be fitting since Halloween's coming up, and I plan on just giving this to my kids for my kids to use in their bedroom or something. That's why I opted actually not to go with the shark mouth on it. I thought for my kids maybe a little bit scary if I put some sharp like pointy teeth and like this blood red mouth on this like cyborg panda head. I think already as it is it might be a little bit creepy for them, but we'll find out. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks again to Gravastar for sending the product out for me to try out and share with you guys. I think it's pretty cool. Definitely you guys can check out their products at the link in the video description below. With both the Bluetooth speakers and the earbuds, I've been very happy with them. I use them so. But thank y'all for checking out the video today. If you have any further questions, of course, you can feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. But if you feel like liking or subscribing, that would also be greatly appreciated. But until next time, guys, hope y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.